Should you go home after your NYC, or would you prefer to stay back in the city where you're serving or anywhere else and start your life there? Here on Truth and Trends podcast, we discuss both the ins and outs, the cons, and intricacies about life and its challenges. I am your host, Julius Ivy, and right here with me, I have Marcel. Welcome to the Truth and Trends podcast. I just hope you people are not yet,
Tired of my face,
of
so
course. And on my right, I have.
Fabian.
Okay, Fabian is here with us today, and he will be discussing the challenges and the benefits of going home after service or staying back to suffer, to
Is
struggle,
he actually a suffering?
to struggle
I
for your
want to
life.
figure out life.
So let's hear what you have to say. Do you prefer to go home, or would you like to start your life all over?
I feel like this question is kind of a trap because more to go outside or go hustle is not an easy something. So in the process of doing it, if you want to go back home, well, like I won't lie to you. You know, most times they'll say, let's go and figure things out. Let's see how it is. Giddy, 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 giddy. It's only the hunter that will tell the story. The animals will come out and tell you the story of what they face. You know, all those high class individuals, they won't, you know what I mean by high class individuals. They don't, you won't tell their kids to leave their parents' house like that and go and, because they'll stay. Do you get it? It's for, let me not say low individuals, or I don't use some words that, go and hustle. I'm not actually saying bad about going out or hustle. What actually I'm saying is, well, if you can't, call for help. 911, man. Family is going to rescue you. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, Fabian, what's your say on this? I believe.
I want to start from what you're saying. Like you are talking about call 911. What if you are the 911 the family has?
Then the
Oh,
family has a problem. No, but actually, family has a problem.
That is for people that maybe you are
okay,
the first son and everyone is hoping on you. You know the
exactly.
Nigerian mindset of once you go for NYSC, you get a job along the line. From getting a job along the line, then you are sending money home. Okay, there is possibility that you are not getting the job at the moment, but when you are telling yourself that after NYSC I should go home so that the suffering out there, that means how do you want to survive? Okay, we are in Nigeria now that economy is very bad,
Exactly.
and we know how how it is difficult to survive in Nigeria. So how are you going to make the attempt?
I feel like this.
We've had stories of persons that have met maybe fortunate opportunities through NYSC. So how are you gonna meet up those opportunities? Some persons through NYSC was not fortunate, but maybe after NYSC they had to stay back or meet persons road to even some persons through NYSC got scholarships. Some of them through NYSC got automatic employment. So when your mindset is that hey, after NYSC I can't stay in this Port Harcourt or Lagos, or because I'm not having a comfortable environment, I need to go and sleep in my parents' bed. So how are you going to make it? How are you going to push life? Because even in Europe there or any developed part of the world, life is never easy. You have to push it through. You have to make an effort. You have to put some effort on your own. So even staying at home doesn't guarantee, going home doesn't guarantee you success.
You
So
know, you
staying
know,
back is ideal
Okay.
for me.
you saying getting to maybe your parents or the first son. I'm not saying it's not good. It's bad for you to go out and hustle. All I'm trying to say is, if you try, it's not working. Probably your parents might be the answer. Do you get? Because you actually can't. This is what leads to prostitution. Actually, it leads to, okay, the other fraud and the rest of it. Like, I don't know, the fear of, okay, I'm going back home. Oh, like, where will I start from? What will they see me as? But first of all, we should have what we call background check.
On the
Actually,
city where you are going to.
yeah, we actually have to get what we call background check, because this not the main reason why some people go just travel, come out to the say this kind of thing don't solve and the rest of it. So actually have what we call background check. Do you understand? You're not just going to force yourself into a system that doesn't benefit you.
Wow.
People are
Wow.
actually suffering. You said the
Wow.
economy is not good. So when you see, you can fall back and ask them how far. Go back, reset, come back again.
So does that mean
When
that
when you are going back to reset, who is keeping the opportunity for you when you are coming back?
Okay, what's in a system that is not surviving? Like I said, the hunter doesn't tell the real story.
The hunter doesn't tell the story, but you have to bear the brunt. There is no way, there is no shortcut to greatness. That's what you always said. But I'm not saying that you should just put your life in, but I have scenarios, real life scenarios of people that have pushed you through NYSC. I don't want to start calling them, but I have this particular friend that had to serve in one interior village in Abia State. After serving there, the school was like dying down when he was serving. Through his experiences when he was doing all this linear job in school and other teaching activity, he had to start building up the school. Automatically now he's a principal of the school. So the school, when looking at it, you will just think like there is no opportunity there. But one of the things that grew the school was his presence and some of the knowledge he had. In that interior village, people travel from cities to come and write WAEC there because he knows the processes of having a successful result during WAEC. So imagine that he came to that community and thought about not having any opportunity there. Imagine some person, we've heard about even governors, they have met their wives or their partners. Some people met their life opportunities through NYSC,
I would ask,
even in the rural areas.
in this kind of situation, you're talking about when it has to do with a guy,
Yeah.
a man. So what about a woman? What would you advise a woman that just came out from service? Do you think she should go home or she should stay back and build her life? Of course, now we advise women to go into business, keep your hands busy, and that equally prepares you for the future, prepares you for staying
Exactly.
with somebody. So what would you have to say? Is this what you advise your own sister to do?
Like what he's saying, he was saying something about the guy principal, the NYC guy. After being the principal, the system was working for him. I'm saying an individual, the system is not working for that person.
So how you
Do you
going
get
to
it?
know that the system
No,
is not going to work
just
for
what
you
I'm
when
saying.
you've not tried?
I said no, you're going to
Some
give it
persons
a
will
try.
just be like, they give it a try for 1 month, the next month they run away. And we know that growth is a gradual process. Even the Zenkos, the billionaires of this world, it never took them 1, 2, 3 months. Some of them, it took them multiple years before they could push through. So when you try, when you think you've made effort of 1 year after service, and you think that there is no opportunity there, you run away, you run back home. That home you are running back, is there anything you left over there? Some of them are even running home so that they can eat free food.
What about
Is life not about free food?
What about people that their family they usually come back home and their family send them forth, like send them out,
That one
go
is-
into the world and then make things struggle and thrive for yourself.
Exactly, because one of the things about life is that you are going to struggle. There is never a soft landing. But when you talk about going home, you asked about female. I'm coming to that. When you talk about going home, when you are telling somebody to go home, that means you are telling them, hey, don't suffer, don't even try to make effort. After NYC, just pack your bag. Abeg go, I dey miss my mama food, I dey miss my house. You go
That's
home.
not my
But
point. No, no,
but
no.
when
I don't
no,
think
you're
that's
talking about
That is not my point. That is not my
okay,
point.
if you
That's
try
not
and you
my
don't
point.
meet
That is not
up,
my
that you
point.
should go home.
Okay, should we get to know why you think it is okay to go back home
Now,
before starting your life?
you
And
actually
you are encouraging laziness.
no,
Remember that.
that is not my point. I never actually encourage laziness. We have seen it in a scenario. You always use the term suffering. Suffering.
Is there
Wait.
actually
Now, let me
is there
come.
actually any crown with that
Let me
cross?
come.
Okay,
There is no crown without cross. Yeah, even the Messiah came down. There was no crown without cross. All I'm saying, we have lost a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters in this jungle of pushing the person so hard. A lot of them will not see, bro. Where area wide day, 10 o'clock, move out. You see so many girls standing on the street. These are the people that are saying that leaving home
to feed home.
to feed home. When home sef dey cook chicken for them.
Okay, wait,
But they're leaving home to feed home. Now wait.
Did you have to interview them and know that all of them
No,
passed through
now,
NYSC?
now.
Some of them are still students. Some of them are even staying with
You're
their
not
parents.
getting the point.
And you
The
think that
point.
after uni that these people will go back home?
You're not
You
getting
know,
the
but
point.
they won't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not actually saying that.
They're
Sometimes,
hustling.
And
sometimes.
everybody there is not everybody that left home, everybody that is still at home. Okay, let me hear
What
from
I'm
you.
actually trying to say is that open up. Some guys, like we guys, we don't normally open up. We shield it a lot. Like, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Weeks is turning to months. Months is turning to years. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it. We're not getting. When you just, I'm not saying you should be relaxed. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a young guy. I've graduated. I've done my service. I'm not staying with my parents. So it's not that I'm encouraging them to go and stay with their parents. I'm saying in a situation where the system is not working, Just get the fact. It's
not
not working.
benefiting
You
you.
open
It's
up.
not
You
to
tell
your
them
advantage.
it's not an advantage. Look at what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing that. Where is there any help I can get? But if you seek it for sake, for crying out loud, where there is no way for you to get help, your parents might not always have it, but they will have what has it, or who has it, or where you can get it from. It's a system that's
So,
supposed to work.
for what period of time do you encourage that these people go home and stay at home before coming out? For what period? For how long is it supposed
I
to
have
Okay,
a scenario I want to go
okay.
through. See, this
Can I ask
this
my
aspect.
Okay,
of,
let me
this,
answer.
this,
Let me answer a
okay.
question. Our host feel like I'm answering a question, so it's not. It's not
I'm
good.
answering my question.
It don't not feel
Sorry,
bad.
sorry.
So what
If
I
I'm
feel
not
like.
answer the first one.
Okay, the first one about the female folks
Yeah.
is that, for example, if I'm going to have a doctor tomorrow, definitely I'll have one, a beautiful one, for crying out loud. So after your service here,
Okay.
I'll make sure as a parent to buckle up. You're not going to stay with me. Go first your own life.
So you are encouraging.
No,
her
now
to-
let get my point.
Okay,
First your own life. But if your friends or somebody is not, see, you don't need to push these people. Most of them are emotionally down. There's a lot of collateral damage to them. A lot of it. So when you're not, I want to just feed them, like, open up. That fall back to your second question. How long is it? A short period of time. You don't babysit people. You don't. I'm not saying to babysit them. All I'm trying to say, if you fall back, it's not, life is not all about giddy 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 giddy. If you fall back, if you have opinion or suggestion, you can get it from them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, you going home. Are you actually saying that you cannot get suggestion on phone?
Now,
Okay, you are talking about suggest. Okay,
Yeah.
when you ask
Excuse me.
when he
Do
asks
people know how much house rent is? Leaving home to go and stay somewhere else. You pay house rent. You feed yourself.
I understand.
And you don't have work.
I understand. Okay,
Nigeria wey say work no dey.
okay, wait.
For this country
let,
wey work
let's,
no
let's
dey.
take it for let's take for instance.
don't
now.
have work.
Let's take for instance now.
Survive in a time as this, in this
It's
economy.
difficult, and it's during difficult times that people still emerge great.
Yeah.
See, Nigeria is getting worse.
Yeah.
Nigeria is getting worse. There are cars in the car stand. People are buying them. Go to the various streets. People are still building house. So what are you telling yourself? Is it that those people didn't pass through some process, or do you think they did it out of staying in their parents' house? In your coming to your question, when you asked about female folk, see, one of the things I've told myself about having a girl child is always teaching her about being independent. One of the things you need to grow, whether going home or staying back, one of the most important things you need to grow is the mentality of I want to survive and being independent. When you have that mindset, even before NYSC, there should be something that you should be looking towards. You don't mean that you are saying you are serving you are doing NYSC and your mind is going towards immediately after NYSC. Then I will start submitting application, my CVs to get employment, and when I don't get, that means I will run home. That means you already getting it wrong, because towards that process is when you should be thinking that, hey, I'm not going home. Because I'm not going home, I should be trying this. If prevention, I have a friend that
It's system
that
of
is
it
that
makes
used to
flexible
agriculture.
work.
He served in the north. He started through that process of serving. He told himself that I don't have a home to go back. That's the mindset you should have. That I don't have a home to fall back.
There's a home.
No, when you tell yourself when I mean home, that
Disaster never face you outside.
no, when you
There
mean
will always be
when you mean there is no home to go back, that doesn't mean that there is no place you go and sleep. That mean what you're telling yourself is
Sometimes
I'm not
you
going
need
to
to
survive
go
out of going home.
recharge and come back.
Have you heard about the word retreat?
Retreat,
Exactly.
you can
Have
retreat.
you heard about the word retreat? Retreat comes when it's so
Difficult, right?
It's so, like, I'm looking for a good vocabulary to use on it.
But have you seen people that retreat that but they were not able to come back?
Have you seen people that have been there and they died and died in their service of surviving?
That death will only come when you are not using your initiative to figure it out. See, that doesn't mean that okay when you are even talking about survival doesn't mean one means. You can come to NYSC, okay, through when you want to survive, you are doing teaching, and you look out, this teaching is not fair on you. You can go to either part-time teaching, you can be rationing subjects, you can be teaching in 2 schools, and not only that, during weekend you can do linear jobs. There are jobs you can do because you have that mind. But when you don't have that mindset of I want to survive, hey, I have plan B, I need to go home, my mother if this thing is difficult I need to fall home, then and you know that
So,
you are planning to
what's
be
your action
independent.
strategy?
I agree with what he's saying based on if you insist that this is going
There is
to
this
work,
mindset of
that
survival
mindset
that you should have.
you must work. And somehow
And you
it makes
cannot
it to work.
you cannot
Because you've
rule
already
out
put your
prayers
mind
and
in
the God and God's grace. You cannot rule out prayers. There is no way you can just push it through. You still need God intervention. So all these things about life is not going to be about
I use
your personal
myself.
effort.
I use myself as an
Okay.
example, right? I finished, of course, throughout my life. I didn't live in the hostel, so I was always at home. I didn't go to secondary school where I was a boarder. I was a day student.
Going from home.
So I was going from home. My first time of staying out of home on my own self was university.
Okay.
And that point was, in fact, I was not even looking for who to stay with or anything. I wanted to stay on my own. I wanted to build that. I wanted to
Independence.
exactly. But somehow, okay, building that independence, I started some business in school
Okay.
to sustain myself,
Okay.
be able to do it with help from home as well.
And that's the question I
Now,
want to ask.
this is still school, but after uni, NYSC, will you expect me to go back home after I've been able to
now,
do these things for myself?
let me give you this scenario.
Of course, I have to find
I'm
a
not-
way to make it work.
Let me give you this scenario.
See, now I'm staying on my own.
Like I'm actually wearing a Madrid jersey. This club is my club though. It has a winning mentality. Do you get? They actually have a very winning mentality. You can't compare Real Madrid here with Nottingham Forest. When you get my point, you won't compare Santiago Bernabeu with some kind club. Let me don't get it wrong. What I'm trying to say, if the system is not working for you, if it's not working for you, some people have died. Some people is still suffering. Some people are leading to crime, drug abuse, this and that. So you can just get home, fix your ass, and come back. That's what I'm saying.
I keep asking this question. Imagine somebody that doesn't have a comfortable home to go to.
Okay, fine.
Okay, imagine your parents are living in the rural area and they struggle to train you in school. They struggle. When I mean struggle, real struggle.
No
farming
matter what,
activities.
no matter
And
what,
you are going
your
home.
mother, you will always tell you.
You are welcome. Then you are welcome.
Papa.
Yes, your mother will welcome
Come
you.
back
But
home.
imagine
No
you are
matter
being
the state
welcome
of home.
to go back to the pit, like you go back to farming, and you know you've had some education, you've had some training. So how are you going to explore
Do you
them?
do you know how much is house rent?
You see, my
Do
brother.
you know how much is data?
I know all these
For
things.
this country.
I know all these things. Life is.
How much is data, house rent, transportation?
Are you
Guy.
all these things I'm doing it for myself. I've been doing it since after NYSC. I've been doing it, but I didn't do them out of.
Because of the fact that you're a guy, you're a man.
I did them out of. I had that sense of independence. Like I told myself that, see, I'm not going home, and when I'm not going home, what should I do? I should explore. That's the mindset you should have is working hard. You cannot rule out working hard in all these things.
Definitely.
You cannot rule out working hard. But what I should tell you is that, see, there is never going to be a way life is going to be easy. Okay, even when you are pushing this life, even when you are actually pushing this life, like you can explore. I keep saying it. You can explore. You can try opportunities. There are some persons that are teaching. They are doing other linear jobs. There are some persons that, even this house you are talking about, they had to squat for some period. Some persons slept in the church.
Now,
They had to sleep in the church for maybe 1 year. Some persons even stayed with their friends. Some persons even had family members. Okay, I got a job in Lagos. I know that there is nowhere I'm going to get a house as a new school, as an NYSC leaver. What should I do? Should I just
NYSC
jump
pays?
into?
how much is NYC? How many
No,
dollars?
I'm talking about after NYSC. Should I just jump into maybe renting a house? My brother, there is a way you can even look for opportunities. Hi, my friend, we got this job together. Can we share the rent? We start here. We can even stay in a face me, I face you. That's all this. This is all this process of survival. If you ask our parents, even we know that Nigeria is more a kind of the everything, the inflation and everything. But if you ask our parents, it was never easy then. Even if you read history during the Civil War, after Civil War, people survived. The Igbo people that we are here today, how many pounds were they given after the Civil War? How did they survive? Some of them like this, they went to Sokoto. They started life out of nothing. So this generation that you have technology, that you can even stay online and you can even stay in your house and work, you are really now struggle, and you are calling it suffering.
No.
So then what should you now call
All
it?
I'm saying, I'm not saying
People that survived after war. So now you are not fighting any war. You are not doing any. You are not even facing maybe serious insecurity challenges.
But
You are saying I should go home, so I shouldn't die.
You say you're not facing serious insecurity. There is a more insecurity here than them. All I'm saying, I'm not ruling out struggle. I'm not ruling out struggle.
Have you had any explosion of bomb?
I'm not ruling out struggle, or I'm not ruling out anything. I'm not ruling out the fact that you have to carry your cross. I'm not ruling out the fact that you have to do this. But I know surviving is winning. Do you get? I know that surviving is winning. All I'm saying is you're trying the system for hours, days, week, months, and years. It's not working. All I'm just saying, just cry for help for a short period of time. Okay, I'm just coming. How far? I'm retreating back. Even in military formation, that's what we call retreat. Retreat, oh, they'll retreat back. Will you tell the military, oh yeah, move, let's go and fight war? You keep on dying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, at the end of the day, this is my take on this, right? What you are saying is 100% correct. What is equally saying is 100% correct. But I feel like these two things work hand in hand. Na collabo. Because as you have taken your time to struggle, like me that left for a period of time, I was out of home for 1 year plus. I was out of home for a year plus, going to 2 years.
Home can support you.
I cried for home. I craved for home. I had to go back home, see my people, recharge. Like I literally came in and I was crying. I've missed these people. But after staying for a few days,
You have
Okay.
the insult.
No, that's what I
I
say.
don't even point out the insult that
It's not
comes
the
when
insult.
you
It's not about the insult.
your graduate
It's not about
you are
insult.
there,
It's not the
you are there
insult.
going to
It's
point
not
and
about
you are
insult.
sitting your mother's food. It's
it's
part
not
of
the
it as a grown
insult.
up.
It's not the insult. It's just for you to go and recharge,
If in military,
feel yourself back, and then come back again.
if in military war, we have
Okay.
what
What is
even
saying
even
free
if in
yourself
military war, we have what to
So
call
guys,
it.
thank you so much. If you leave us, we'll keep on talking and talking and talking about this particular thing. We'll have a whole lot to give you. We would love you to drop on the
to
comment
video.
section what you
See,
feel. Which
don't
one
go
do
home
you
and
take?
chop
Would you
insults.
like to stay back home, or would you like to go out and hustle
man,
for
push
yourself?
it up.
Don't forget
Push it
to
out.
like, share, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Definitely.
and we'll always bring you interesting, scintillating topics that you love to hear us discuss, and you will definitely be part of it. For now, do have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you.